Hi everyone, how's it going? My name is Muhammad Ali, President and CEO of Core Gems, and I have three exceptional, super fine, super beautiful, super gorgeous tanzanites in front of you here today. Now, the prices in the title are the retail prices for these stones. I'm a wholesale seller. I would never charge you those prices, but you can buy from me at the retail level. So rather than going down to your jewelry shop and paying 500 for this stone, you get it from me for 300 bucks. Rather than paying 5 grand for this stone, you get it from me for 2 grand. And rather than paying, maybe 2,000 or 2,500 for this stone, you could get it for under $1,000 with me. Okay. So now that we've kind of looked at the fact that these are retail prices, I want to talk about the stones themselves, the quality factors, the various 4 C's and how they apply. So the 4 C's are color, cut, carat weight, and clarity. So we'll start with color. So right away, you see these are all fairly close in terms of color. This one being a bit darker and very, very deep and fine. This one's a very bright, more blue, more on the blue side. This one's a bit more on the violet side. But all tanzanites are pleochroic, which means the visible light that is coming off the stone varies depending on the angle of the light and source of the light that is shining on the gem. So yeah, as you can see here, it looks totally violet, but if we go a little bit sort of to the side, we can see a lot more blue. We can see, as you see there, totally blue, while the face is almost totally violet, and we get a whole bunch of in-betweens throughout the stone. Very, very beautiful, very interesting. All three of these gems are heated, and heat treatment does not affect the value of these gems like it would for, say, for example, ruby or sapphire, because pretty much all tanzanite is heated to improve its color. Most tanzanite that comes out of the ground is this fairly unappealing brown color, so it's generally heated. Anyway, back to the color. Top color is violetish blue. I would say the stone is fairly close. This stone's very, very good, maybe a little bit dark. And this stone's in a similar situation, but maybe just a little bit light. So it is good color, but maybe just a little bit too light and maybe a little bit too much on the violet side. The stone is very top color, but maybe just a little bit lacking in terms of saturation. But those perfect stones, they are very expensive. So top color, violetish blue, and with a good color, with a very strong saturation, and medium to deep dark tone. Okay. Next up, we'll look at clarity. Tanzanite's a fairly clean stone. If you get a highly Si or VS2 tanzanite, that's going to detract a lot from the value. If it has a lot of eye visible inclusions, or if it has major surface blemishes, it is going to detract considerably from the values. You can see these are all VVS internally flawless, super clean stone. It has my fingerprints all over it, so it doesn't look like it. But it is a super clean stone, as are these two here. And it really is expected that tanzanite be VVS or internally flawless because that material is available. It's a type 1 stone, where something like Paraiba tourmaline is a type 3 stone, which means it's almost always included. Tanzanite is a type 1 stone, which means it's almost never heavily included. So expect clarity, expect VVS internally flawless. Don't settle for less. Then we'll look at cut. Tanzanite is generally cut in trilliants or ovals or rectangular cushion cuts. It generally is not cut in brown brilliant. They command a slight premium because it's not really, it doesn't really mesh with the actual shape of the rough, which is much more oval or rectangular. So you lose a lot when you cut a round cut. So it does command a premium. That being said, of course, the better cutting, the better the brilliance of the stone. You can take a stone with maybe a poor cutting. This is a native cut gem. None of these stones are native cut. None of these stones have really poor cutting, but they're not perfect cuts either, so they all could be improved. And even just getting rid of maybe 5% of carat weight or 10% of carat weight, you can get something that is much more brilliant, much better in terms. You can turn a dark stone into a medium tone stone, or you can turn you can turn a slightly included stone into a super clean stone. So you can improve the color, you can improve the clarity, you can improve the overall, of course, brilliance and luster of a stone, because the way the stone is cut directly affects how much light it reflects back out. And finally, we'll talk about carat weight. Tanzanite is a gem that comes in very, very large sizes. Unlike ruby, which may max out at 30 or 40 carats for that top quality, you will see amazing quality tanzanite topping 200, 250 carats. It sounds unbelievable, but it's definitely true. I've seen them with my own eyes. You do get those huge, huge stones. I mean, this is 7.29 carat, and this is not considered, especially rare or anything. It's, it's still a fine, beautiful gem, but it's like under $2,000, right? Whereas if this was a ruby, I wouldn't. Yeah, if this was a ruby, it would be with the same level of quality and the same size. It would be well into the six figures. So tanzanite does come in that large size. So carat weight. If you're looking for a big stone, I would definitely recommend tanzanite over sapphire, because you can get so much bigger for the same amount of money, really. And yeah, that kind of comes to the conclusion of the 4 C's. Now, if we look at these 3 individual stones here, we have a very nice, very pretty 1.14 carats, just over a carat. It's a beautiful little gem, perfect for a promise ring, maybe a small engagement ring, a little pendant. It's very dainty, very fine, and very pretty light violet blue color. Comes with an International Gemological Institute certificate of authenticity. It's from IGI New York, and these are done for Tanzanite 1. If you purchase a stone from Tanzanite 1, generally they will come with one of these from IGI. This one has a GIL certificate, which is a Thai and Canadian laboratory. The certificate, so of course, is fully sealed, and as you can see, there's a few security features such as the hologram at the back of there, and a full seal. So if you can see if the seal has been opened or tampered with, you can assume, maybe the stone's been removed or replaced with something else. So that's just an extra level of security. And the report itself looks like this. Gives you the identification, cushion cut, clarity, not clarity, treatments, measurements, and a picture of the item so you can verify it's the same item. And a security seal. Sorry, I forgot to mention on this one, obviously won't be able to zoom in to the point where you can see this, but somewhere along the girdle of a stone, there's a laser inscription with the IGI report number on there, and that can be used to help identify, to help verify that that report belongs to this gem. And obviously I won't be able to zoom into that point. You will need a microscope to see that, but it's along that girdle that you can see there. And so, and it even mentions on the report that it's laser inscribed with that report number. Finally, we'll talk about the largest and, in my opinion, the most pretty gem here, the 7.29 carat beauty. Easily retails for $5,000. If you're in like a high-end jewelry store, something with a big name, I've seen them charge for this quality close to $10,000 for a ring or for a pendant. And it is a very beautiful gem. It's very finely cut, beautiful violet color, and this one comes with a full Gemological Institute of America report. If you're ever buying a gemstone that comes into $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 range, I would recommend GIA, Gublin, American Gemological Laboratories, AGL, and there's a couple others, SSEF, that are very, very reliable, that put in a ton of time, effort, and money into researching and finding out the latest in gem treatments and in gem identification and origins. So yeah, as you can see, it's very close in terms of the appearance of the actual stone. And I hope you guys enjoyed my little Tanzanite video here. If you have any questions, comments, please do leave them in the video in the comments below. Our next videos we have coming up that'll be pretty exciting is how to tell if emerald is fake, how to tell if opal is fake, and a few other how to tell if opal is Australian or Ethiopian. There's a few really, really exciting videos we have coming out, so please do like, comment, and subscribe for all the best in gem content. My name is Muhammad Ali, President and CEO of Core Gems, and thank you for watching our video.